Okay, now this one is a little bit different in that you've got three different people who have three different piles of stuff. So stop and think how you want to draw this one. Now go ahead and draw it, solve it, and then go to the next slide and compare your solution with mine. Okay, when I read this one, I notice that I have three people involved, and all three people have an amount of peanuts. So I'm going to include all three names in my drawing. Hannah, Ashlyn, and Logan. Now I'm going to go see who has the smallest amount, but I noticed that the first sentence says Hannah, Ashlyn, and Logan have the same amount of peanuts. So they all three have same amount. So I'm just going to go ahead and give them each about the same size box. I try to draw them about the same, but I'm no artist, so I just get as close as I can. Now I go back to my word problem and make sure I include each part of it in my drawing. Hannah, Ashlyn, and Logan have the same amount of peanuts. I have that in the drawing. Altogether, they have 369 peanuts. So altogether, there's 369. How much does Logan have? So Logan gets the question mark. I want to know how much is his. But what I know from my drawing is that all three boxes have the same amount in them. So I'm going to split 369 into three equal amounts. And of course, that's division. 369 divided by 3. Now when I'm solving this one, I notice that 369 are all multiples of 3. So this is a easy division problem to use the break apart strategy. I split 300 into 3 equal parts. That would be 100. 6 tens into 3 equal parts would be 2 tens each. 9 ones into 3 equal parts would be 3 in each part. So each box has 123 peanuts. So I know that Logan has 123 peanuts. Okay, I hope you're learning. Go ahead and read this problem, draw the bar model, and find a solution. Then check your solution with the next slide. When I read this problem, I realized that I'm really keeping track of two items, trout and snook. So I'm going to, even though they both belong to Edward, I'm going to make two items, trout and snook. And now I go up to see who has the smallest, which one is the smallest amount. Edward caught 24 fish at the Tomoka River. He caught twice as many trout as snook. So snook has the smallest amount, so I will give it the box. Now I will go draw sentence by sentence. Edward caught 24 fish at the Tomoka River yesterday, so it was 24 fish in all that he caught. He caught twice as many trout as snook. So if this box represents the snook, I've got to draw two of those boxes to represent the trout. Exactly how many more trout, how many more trout than snook did he catch? So what I really need to know is what's inside that box right there. Well, when I look at the drawing, I notice I have three equal boxes, and all together they make 24. So again, I'm going to split 24 into three equal parts. And that will be 8. So there are 8 in each box. And my question is, how many more did Edward catch? So I want to know how much is in this box right here. So, of course, my answer is 8. Edward caught 8 more trout than he did snook. Well, there are several different ways you can solve this problem. Go ahead and practice drawing the bar model. See if you can draw it, and then work your solution from the drawing. Okay, we have 2 students who went on a reading rampage. Good for Ethan and Courtney. So I'm going to give each one of them a bar. And again, I like to look to see who has the smallest amount. And it says Ethan read 28 pages more than Courtney. So I will give Courtney the unit. And then go back and draw each part of my story. Yesterday, Ethan and Courtney went on a reading rampage. Altogether, the 2 students read 318 pages. So I have to get the 318 into my drawing. Ethan read 28 pages more than Courtney. So Ethan read the same amount that Courtney read, only he read 28 more pages. How many pages did Courtney read? So Courtney has the question mark. Okay, when I look at this drawing, I see I have 2 boxes of equal size. One of them has 28 attached to it. So I would like to get rid of that 28, which I can do by working 318 minus 28. And that leaves 290. So it's 290 in both of the boxes that have the same amount in them. So then I would take 290 and divide it by 2, divide it in half, because I have 2 equal boxes. So 200s divided by 2 would give me 100. 9 10s divided